After a fantastic qualifying yesterday, it's finally time for the race here at one of the most exciting circuits on the Formula One calendar. Welcome from Suzuka. It's the Japanese Grand Prix. 18 corners make up a lap of the incredible figure-of-8 Suzuka circuit, with 10 to the right and 8 to the left, for a distance of 3.6 miles. Average lap speeds around here are fairly quick. If it stays dry, then expect somewhere in the region of 136 miles per hour.
Welcome everybody, this is Formula 4. We are here for round 11 in Japan, and it does look like, much the same as real life, we are going to be having a wet session here. So let's get our track data up. I am your commentary for tonight, Bloomstar 1986. Let's see, intermediate tyres on most of the cars. Obviously we know, as same as real life, nobody really likes the wet tyres, but we have to say, first of all, congratulations to Max Verstappen for getting his second world title here in Japan in real life, but we will be seeing if we can get any real life champions here today, because Chewy, pot 4 driver, currently leading the pot by 43 points. Just Mikey unable to attend tonight, so that will ease the pressure on Chewy. So Bannister, if he doesn't score any points tonight, or if he scores only 2, that will automatically hand the pot 4 championship title to Chewy. But that's not the only battle we will be looking at. Peas and Death Dragon also still having a right old fight. Only 5 points between them. 3 races left. 75 points in total up for grabs. Who is going to claim that title? We will have to wait and see. But we have some cars out on track already. Only 3 drivers representing for John Player Special today. Bannister, Glock and Curtis. And Bannister, first one out the gate. So he's going to be testing this wet track with them intermediate tyres. Let's see how he fares around here. We have a whole time last season was from Sloth. That was a 1:28.133, but I don't think we're going to be seeing times like that on the board with this wet session going ahead. But we will see the John Player Special car of Bannister leading us round for the first flying lap very shortly. But yes, as I say, we've got 2 more races left. Last week was a break week for us, so we will see how the drivers get on, and like I say, that battle for the championship, Bannister having to claim at least 3 points to be still in contention of the pot 4 championship. He's not far behind just Mikey, but he is 52 points behind Bannister, so 52 points behind Chewy, who's looking the most comfortable for taking that pot 4 championship. But we see Bannister for John Player Special now down the first DRS straight. DRS not activated on the wet session. Have to be careful of that pit exit, but then a big heavy right-hander down here. You have to watch the track limits on the end. It's very critical to try and get this section right, because then it leads you straight into the curve S's. Now this is quite difficult when you've got full traction on a dry track. On a wet track it's going to be even more difficult, but this is where you're going to be feeling up to 4 Gs coming round these corners. Quite slow but very heavy on the turning, but we're now up to Dunlop coming round, and you can feel the traction losing it on the end. This wet session is going to be difficult, but coming into the Degner curve, keeping it on the track, doing very well there to stay well within the limits. Coming up now to the hairpin, a very technical section, so heavy on the braking, got to get right in on the apex, and he does quite a good job there. Coming round 200R now, heading onto Spoon. This is where we've seen a lot of action in the real life Formula 1. Coming now, turn 13, left-hander. Very nice and tidy, using as much track as he can, very tight on the apex, right out to the other side of the road. He could have used a little bit more there, but now down to the back stretch, heading heavy into 130R. This is where we see Charles Leclerc on a previous Formula 1 battle. pulling his wing mirror off and carrying on down here. But yes, heavy braking now into the Casio triangle. And again, championship decided here. Will we see a championship decided today for Formula 4? But now Bannister rounding off that lap. Very nice, neat and tidy for a 1:42.9. So already beaten by Pease 1:41.3. So Pease fighting his battle. Who else have we got out on track coming round? Mikey GTI, I think, is just starting his lap. We've got a few Castrals out on track at the minute. Only 3 representing for Marlborough. Marlborough in a tight battle for the constructors. What is it, mate? If this is about Mom, you need to get upstairs. Mate, grow up. Just go to bed. Pease is setting a good lap there. 1:41.4, only a tenth behind Pease. Wouter still in contention for the title. He is only 69 points behind Pease, which I say only 69 points, but as we know, anything can happen in these sessions. And we've got Callum and Droftas out. But yes, Wouter still in contention, 75 points up for grabs in these last 3 races. So is he going to be able to claw some of that deficit away? But the title looking to go either to Pease or Death Dragon, so we will see how they fare in this race. Couple of reserves in tonight. Liam, yes, and Gogs reserving for Formula 4. Who else have we got coming round? We have got... Is Pease going again? He is going again, and Pease does improve his lap phenomenally. Now a 1:40.1. 1.3 seconds are clear of any contender. Who else we got coming round? Chewy has invalidated his lap. I think that was Pillars. 1:40.2, rather phenomenal time there. Keezer, does he improve? He does improve, 1:40.4. So yes, tumbling down these times are now, obviously clearing a bit of wet stuff off the track. And yes, we have a Samsung trying to get out of the way on the S's, but yeah, anything there would put any good driver off. But we see Pillars now stomping around the S's, obviously set a good time already. And Liam taking provisional pole, the reserve driver, 1:39.9. So Wouter, he is on a flying lap right now. A little bit of traffic in front of him, so hopefully nothing to disrupt the flow. No delta to compare yet, but his lap time looking pretty strong. 1 minute in, and he's coming round at the spoon. Again, trying to use as much track as possible. Want to stay off the curbs in this wet weather, and he's aborting. He's aborting. Staying well out of the way of the Marlborough driver behind. But Wouter or Puma aborting this hot lap. What else have we got? Xerxes setting a good time, 1:40.5. Fantastic time for the Puma driver there. Come here, bro. There we go. That's not quite a representative time, 1:45.3 for Wouter, but definitely I think he was looking to have a bit more space on track. So who else have we got going round? Walker on a flyer. Pillars, 1:39.7. I did miss that one. Apologies, Pillars, but yes, these times are tumbling. I just think it's a question of finding the grip out on track. Xerxes, 1:39. We're well into the 39s now. We've got all sorts of yellow flags going around on the track, but hopefully All the cars will still continue to go. 8 minutes 30 left in this Q1 session here in the European division. We do full qualifying, so we'll have 18 minutes Q1, 15 minutes Q2, and 12 minutes Q3. So yes, we will see plenty of laps, and I'm wondering also the setup of the cars. Drivers on track might know whether they are... Oh no! And we've lost Walker! What happened there? What happened to Walker then? But Walker will not be getting through this Q1 session now. He is out. Crash, that looked very Carlos Sainz-esque. Losing it round sector 2. Very similar place where Carlos Sainz was out of the real Formula 1 Grand Prix. So let's have a look. Wooter, Peas, 138.8, 138.0. Where are these times coming from? In fact, is it even still raining? No, the rain has stopped. The rain has stopped, so these times are going to be tumbling. Are we going to see slicks before the end of this session? Because look, we can see an incredibly dry line on this track. No more rainfall at the moment. So I'm wondering now, where is going to be the tipping point? We're going to see some cars surely out on track, but with the retirements we have already, we're not going to lose anybody. Callum, Walker and Droftas will be 16th, 17th and 18th. So yes, it's kind of a bum note actually, I'm spotting that. Everyone will be through who's currently on track. Will be through to the Q2 session. So let's have a look at the comments. RW Motorsport. Let's go, boys. Good luck, everyone, tonight. Big love from Paul. Hello, Paul. Thank you very much, and much love back to you. VFRA Mini. Hi, guys. Sloth Evening and Death Dragon, our championship protagonist. I don't want to go to bed yet. Okay? Then don't, Death Dragon. Stay with us. Stay with us on track. Show us what we can see, what's yet to come. Curtis, 138.7. Fantastic time from him. Pillars and Glock also now into the 38th. So as you can see, there's a lot of cars that have gone out on track. Bannister, 5 laps on them tyres. Pillars, 5 laps on his tyres. We have a car off. Pillars, I think that was. Bruno, come here, mate. Pillars having a awkward session now. I think he's just trying to stay out of people's way. Bruno! Get in! Stop it! Five minutes left in this session. Again, it's still a bit of a bum note because we know everybody's going to be going through, but Sloth, I think, making the most fun of this, he's gone and stuck on a set of full wet tyres, something that we've very rarely seen in the real F1. So let's see them out on track in the game. Why not? Formula 4. But we do know as well, looking at the stats, Wouter is still yet to win from pole. But I'll tell you who has won from pole. We have three having won from pole for Formula 4. Oh, and Wouter with a 1:37.3. Fantastic times coming down. Again, I'd be surprised if by the end of the session we don't see slicks, because the track does look increasingly dry. And in fact, was that riding the curve for Wouter causing the lack of traction, or is this track really getting ready for slicks? Nobody yet putting them on, but again, everybody in the session still out will get through to Q2. Only Callum, Walker and Droftas will be lost from this session. But yes, we have three drivers who have managed to win from pole. Death Dragon, Peas and Glock the only ones this season so far having managed to do it. So, yes. And only one driver, in fact, one driver has managed to make every single Q3 session this season. I will leave you in the comments to try and figure out who of our remit of drivers have managed to make every single Q3 session this season. Only one person has managed that so far. But are we going to see anybody else on track? Again, bit of a bum note because we know everyone is going to go through. So J Marks retired, Pillars retired, and we have a resub from Callum. Thank you very much. And he's subscribed for 13 months in a row. Fantastic. Thank you for your support. Obviously, Callum, one of our drivers, also out on track. Not on track, but he is in this session. So, although everybody will be through to the next session, maybe our drivers right now will use our remaining time in Q1 just to eye their eye in. We'll do that and see how they can push the limits of this track ready for Q2. Bannister 7 laps on them intermediate tyres. Xerxes 7 laps on them intermediate tyres. Let's have a look through, see if we can spot any other glorious stats. I think we've got one outstanding stat, and that's positions gained. But I don't need any competition to find out who is the winner of the most positions gained, because that is none other than one of our main admin, our owners. Are you an owner, Droftas? I'll have to find that one out. I do believe you are. But yes, 73 positions gained over this season so far. That includes all the reserve drives as well. And stick time 137.5 from Death Dragon. But yes, 73 positions gained. But Droftas, I think, with his assists and settings at the minute, to be in the pot he is, he has to start at the back. So that kind of negates the positions gained point, because yeah, he will gain the most positions starting at the back. But next down for the most gains is none other than our potential pot 4 champion, and again that potentially could be tonight, Chewy, with 22 positions gained overall this season so far. So fantastic job to Chewy. So 3 seconds left of this session. P's retiring in the pits, ready to go out for Q2. But in fact, I said that we will be losing everybody else. Gogs needs to get round and set a valid lap, or a lap at least, I think, to get through, because it's currently showing as P17. So Sloth even setting a lap on the full wets. But again, not knowing what the weather's going to be like, or not knowing what the weather's going to be like for the remaining sessions, we don't know if that's a move to try and keep hold of all of his intermediate tyres. But Sloth, in the comments, I'm up there for most positions lost this season. Now, I wasn't really going to go into the most positions lost this season, but whilst we're there, let's have a little quick gander. And I do think you are not holding that title, Sloth. You are second most positions lost this season. Now, I'm not one for negative statistics, so I'm not going to hold anything for most positions lost, but just so you know, Sloth, you are second highest on the most positions lost season. But Gogs did cross the line, but it's still showing as P17. So, Sloth, damn, can't even win that. Now, Sloth has won Driver of the Day before now this season, I do believe. So, yes, you can win something. But in this session, at the top, winning the minute is Wouter with a 1:37.3. Let's just have a quick look, see if Gogs did get through. No, Gogs didn't get through. I don't quite understand that. But out from this session, Callum, Walker, Gogs and Droftas. Not sure why Gogs didn't get through, but this is Formula 1 on the PlayStation, so let's just roll with that for now. But yeah, that is our Q1 session here for the Japanese Grand Prix. Stay tuned for Q2. Let's see how the fight will fare up now that we're going to be losing a few more drivers. Right, we are here for Q2. Still looking rather overcast, but I don't believe any rain is falling because we can see when I turn the information on that we have some slick tyres out on track. Who was first to exit the gate? First to exit the gate was Castrol driver Chewy. Again, Chewy can take his Pot 4 title here today in the Japanese Grand Prix. So let's see how he fares. He, I think, just needs to clear Bannister by 2 points. So we'll keep an eye on that as the drive develops. But the other pots, yes, we won't be seeing any champions crowned this season, but we do have some outrunners. For pot 3, Kiza on 101 points, J-Mark's 76 points, so Kiza is quite clear of J-Mark's for now, but J-Mark's still in contention, as is Droftas for the pot 3 title. Curtis well up there, obviously Curtis third in our Drivers' Championship right now, but top of pot 2. And Mikey G 17 points behind, and statistically Xerxes still in that fight for pot 2 championship, 63 points behind Curtis at the moment. But yes, the main focus I think will be on pot 1, where there's 4 drivers still in contention of the title. Wouter still in there with a slim chance, will be heavily dependent on Peas and Death Dragon and Glock having some really unfortunate 3 races for this season. But yes, Peas and Death Dragon split by 5 points. So let's see how they fare. But Chewy, as I say, first out the gate. Coming round Spoon well into this lap. Now, longest straight. Picking up some high speeds coming down here, ready to take 130R. flat out, riding the curb on the inside as much as he possibly can now. Heavy braking into this chicane. Very neatly done, riding the curb, but not disrupting the car very much at all. DRS activated, open, and a 1:34.2 for the Castrol driver. So, unfortunately, immediately beaten by Pillars, who was then immediately beaten by Bannister with a 1:32.9, and then Death Dragon knocking in a 1:31.035. Phenomenal times coming in there. So we have J Marks next to set a lap, but he has invalidated. So let's go through who will be next to put in a lap time. I think any of the top four if they go again. But yeah, immediately knocking down them times. 1:28.1 pole time for last season, which our Castrol driver Sloth was managing to do. And then we had a 1:30.0 for fastest lap, which was done by Nico, who isn't driving tonight. But yeah, Death Dragon 1:31.0 to beat. And them times fell quite quickly. Got a 1:34, 1:33, 1:32, 1:31. So yes, is this track even green enough yet to see the full potential? Probably not, because we did have a wet Q1 session, so this Q2, interesting to see. 14 drivers in here. Who's at the front? That was Chewy. Fastest lap, Death Dragon 1:30.7, so now already into the 1:30s. Game Art's coming round, valid laps this time, DRS assistance. Where is this going to put him on the board? That looks a strong time, 1:31.3. Fantastic drive from Castrol driver there. So we have a JPS about to cross the line. I think that is Curtis starting his first flying lap. We have a Samsung coming round, and that can only be Peas because the only Samsung driver left in this session. But he is starting his lap now. Xerxes coming round, final corner for Puma. What time are we going to see up on the board for Xerxes? A 1:31.4, fantastic time. We did see some other cars coming in behind. He's moving out of the way, and who's that just crossed the line? Mikey G, 1:31.3, very close to his Castrol teammate J Mars, who's carefully waiting out of the way before the Begna curve. So who else we got coming round? We have a Chewy going into the pits. We have a Marlboro coming round the back. Could that be Keezer? No, Keezer's early on in his lap. Death Dragon now into the pits. Bannister in the pits. Pillars in the pits. So I think next is Curtis. Very tidy. That car looking like it's on rails. Thrown it round that last chicane. 1:30, 1:31, 1:31.3 puts him a potential P2 so far. Look at how tight them times are. Second, third, and fourth. Not even a tenth in it. But Peas knocking it out of the park with a 1:29.7, a second clear of his rival Death Dragon, but Glock. 1:29.3 for John Player Special. Wooter 1:29.3. Can we get even lower? We're just dropping down these times. It's phenomenal. 12 of the drivers having set a time, and there is 4 seconds between them. Discount Chewy, there's only 3 seconds between them. Now, a few minutes left of the session, so these drivers are able to now recalibrate. They've done a run, they've got a feel for what this dry track is like on slick tyres with DRS assistance. how is this session going to develop. Currently, 2 drivers at the bottom, not set a time. Got Bannister and Chewy in the drop zone. We're going to want to see some improvement there, and I think Chewy is going to want to see some improvement because he needs to get in front of his main rival on track at the minute, Bannister. We could be seeing championship titles claimed tonight, much like in the Japanese Grand Prix. And who was that? That was Liam, 1:30.0. Fantastic time. So where are we? Pease retired, must be in the pit. Block coming into the pits. We have some Marlboros coming around. Keezer looking, I say looking rapid. He's down and he's got no front wing. Keezer, no front wing. Chewy, I think, no, he's not on a flyer because he's 2 minutes into that. So Chewy looking to improve. Who have we got coming around the back? Now we've got Death Dragon coming down, across the line, starting the lap, I believe. So Sloth looking pretty rapid. It's a 1:30.0. Only just slipping in behind Liam there. 31 thousandths of a second slower. Bruno, stop it. Top 3 surrendering from Q2, looking to go into Q3. Pretty strong, all in the 129s, but the rest of the drivers struggling to get there. Liam also retiring. Feeling quite confident with their time, but yes, I think a 1:30 would probably be a cut-off here. So Chewy out on track at the minute. We've got somebody coming round. Mikey G. Was that an improvement? I think it... No, I don't think it was. He's starting his lap round. 3 minutes left of the session. Few people on an out lap. Death Dragon, 6/10 quicker than his previous time, so he's looking to be in the 129s if he can keep that momentum going. Very tight on the track limits there, but he manages to get away with it, coming down across the line, and he is into the 1:29s, 1:29.8 of a Marlboro driver. So top 4 drivers into the 1:29s, straight in up. Death Dragon bringing the fight to Pease, as he is in the championship. Sloth invalidated lap, looking like he's coming into the pits. I do believe with a 1:30.0 he's pretty safe though. That Bannister, was that an improvement or 2/10? No. Curtis must be on that lap. He's coming round now. Starting a new lap. We have, that must be Xerxes coming around. 1:31.4 current time. Mikey G does improve, 1:30.5. Good improvement there for the Castrol driver. Exit Margaret looking to improve. I will get there eventually. Pillars on and out lap. I know that one for definite. Death Dragon coming into the pits. Happy with the 1:29. So, I mean, the focus now surely is Xerxes, Chewy, Pillars, and Bannister. Chewy in the pits. He is currently ahead of his main rival Bannister, but Bannister is now coming down to the line, the cross, and he's currently through to Q3. Mikey G disqualified from the session for going the wrong way. Oh no! What's happened there? Droftas, how's it going? Blue! It's not too bad, Droftas. Thank you for the comments. That Mikey G disqualified somehow. Xerxes popping up the top of the board for the remaining drivers on track. 1:30.2. Fantastic time from the Puma driver. Should put him well safe, because now we're going to be losing Mikey G for definite for a disqualification. Not really sure what happened there, but he looks to be starting the session 14th. Pillars coming down across the line. He's starting his flying lap now, but he's going to be wanting to get out of that drop zone. Chewy in the pits, unable to improve. Bannister currently going through to Q3. Bannister having only made Q3 2 times before, so now this could be his third appearance. 10 seconds left of the session. Curtis out on track. Bannister out on track. Chewy out on track. Pillars! What happened to Pillars? What happened to Pillars? Such an awful job I'm doing tonight, because I have no idea what happened to Pillars. Yeah, Mikey G, disqualification span, facing the wrong way. Chewy is out of this session, so he won't make Q3. Bannister in the pits. Curtis, I think his teammate is the only one who can currently improve, and but his improvement will knock his teammate out of this session. 1 second improvement so far from Curtis. Final sector to go. Can this get him through into Q3? I've now done it, will do. And P5, 1:30.0. Look at that time. 5th, 6th, and 7th. Not a credit card separating them. That's unbelievable. Xerxes into the pits. That is our Q2 section. And what dramas did we have there? Pillars, I don't even know what happened to Pillars. Suicide 5. Pills couldn't contain his skill up the S section. But Pillars looking like he will be starting this session from 13th. Chewy starting from 12th. Bannister starting from 11th. And that is Q2 for the Japanese Grand Prix. So as we said before, losing it from the session, Wuta topping the table again, just to say. Losing from the session will be Bannister, Chewy, Pillars and Mikey G for an unfortunate disqualification, but he was up into the top 10 comfortably before that. So who have we got there? J Marts. J Marts. This will be his 4th Q3 appearance for Formula 4 this season. Trying to fill all of these gaps where I would normally have my co-commentator with me, with some interesting stats for you all. But let's pull up. That's looking a bit clearer now, isn't it? I can actually see a little bit of blue in the sky. It's not looking as dark. So track temperature may be rising, and that will have an effect on the grip of these tyres. So let's pick a driver. Xerxes. I can tell you, Xerxes, 10 race starts this season, 9 finishes with 1 DNF. His best finish is 3rd place. Made Q3 7 times with us with an average point scoring per round of 9.3. And he's, before this session here, raced 277 laps with us for Formula 4. Wouter, the Puma driver, doing very well with us there. Liam, yes. Or Liam, yes. Yeah. Why do I keep saying yes? I keep going to say yeah, but I say yes. But Liam, 4 race starts with us. 3 finishes. Best finish is 4th place. So looking pretty strong here. We can see Liam quite up at the top some races, but I think it's sometimes track dependent, or the other guys are just so strong for some of them races that I think some of these guys do struggle. But Liam is the first out of the gate for this Q3 session, looking to see where he can get. Droftas throwing the banter in, Suicide 5, don't give him the attention, that's what he wants. Only Glock left in the pits, all 9 other cars out on track. Liam starting our Q3 session down the main straight. We go. Going down into the first turn. Again, we're seeing this a lot faster now. We've got a dry track Q3 also. So we've got a lot of the high-end guys now. This S's, look at the speed. This is where you're getting your 4Gs riding that curb pretty well. Surprised the traction stayed there because it's always risky. Coming round Dunlop now. Again, trying to use as much of the track. You've seen him hit the apex, go right out to the right, and then apex again. Coming round the Degner curve now. Heavy braking off. It's kind of camber goes with you on that corner up into turns 10 and 11, which is the hairpin. Again, wanting to get as tight in on the apex as you can. Use as much of the track on the right on the exit to get all the drive out. So 200R now, turn 12, high speed right hand. 13-14 makes up Spoon. Again, trying to use as much track as you can, but the important part is your exit there from turn 13, because you come down the back straight heading towards 130R. You want to get maximum speed down here as we see the John Player Special on the inside, making sure it's well out of the way. Flat out left hand turn coming down to the chicane now. Good line over the curbs, doesn't want to disrupt the car too much, but yes, tight in the inside, but there's the Castle round, which really put Liam off there, but it's still really good time, 1:30.0, and a new set of pants for that man. Wow, that really caught me off guard as well. Felt like I was in that driving seat with him, but Sloth for Castrol topping the board right now with a 1:29.9, but we know that time can be beaten, as he immediately invalidates with a bit of a rough turn 1 there, so maybe he was too excited from his 1:29. Not quite the pole time he set before with a 1:28.1, but he's 1:29.4. I think Wouter had a 1:29.3 in the last session, so let's see. In fact, here comes the man now, and he's into the 1:28, 1:28.9, 5/10 clear of his rival Peas. Unbelievable. Death Dragon coming in as well, 1:29.3, beating Peas by a 10th. Last session he was behind by a 10th, and Peas is round, taking out the BWT signs for good measure. So as this session peters out, 1:30.5 for Xerxes. Oh, who have we got coming round? We've got the John Player Specials coming round. Curtis with a 1:30.2. Glock now for John Player Special coming down. Looking a pretty rapid time. It's going to be a 1:29.7. Beating our previous pole winner, Sloth. Sloth into the pit. 6.5 minutes left in the session. So a little comfortable time now. 6 minutes. You've got plenty of time to get in, get out. You could even do 2 flying laps if you so wish. Xerxes, is he going to get? No, coming in. J Marks and Curtis both on out laps. Wouter coming in. Peas more than likely coming in. Yeah. fantastic driving from all of these here. Top 3 really duking it out. But it's much like the real F1. This is not quite a 3-horse race, but you know, it's always these top contenders trying to fight it out. But again, Chewy in a great position for being a top 4 driver, really brought the consistency this season and the racecraft to just try and capitalise on every moment, so it isn't outright pace. But Glock, is he coming in? Yes. And that is J Marks coming round now, starting his first flying lap. 5 minutes left of this Q3 session. So J Marks and Keezer might be holding it. This might be their only shot. If they've got enough fuel, they could do 2 flying runs, but I think they won't be in for much of a shout after that. All the other cars in the pits planning their final attack in this Suzuka circuit. Oh, and J Marks is round. No. Just flicked to J Marks and seeing him smashing his rear wing underneath the bridge. But he wants to get out of the way now. He needs to get out of the way now. Whoa, that was a bit tight. Might have put Keezer off a little bit. Let's see how he fares. But yes, at Formula 4 we have a steward's room, much like the real F1, not quite as active in the sense of the videos are submitted afterwards. So, but any drivers that feel any grievance with anybody can save the video, post it up on our Discord. The stewards will review each video case by case and then assign any penalties if needed. But we try and keep things fair and we try and have all the racing on track, all the battling on track. So the stewards just get the videos and then they make decisions from there. But Keezer for Marlborough setting a 1:29.9, incredibly close to slot. Only 2/1000th of a second separating the Castrol and Marlborough drivers. So, J Marks abandoning that lap because he came off. Don't know if he got any rear wing damage, but he'll be trying to get out again. Try and do all the repairs, crash tyres possibly, if he has any spares, and to get out again. Now his Keezer doing another run. Got quite a lot of battery, and his battery isn't actually going down, so we suspect maybe he's fueled enough to do a flyer, a banker, and then another flyer. So let's wait and see. But Curtis starting his final attempt, although again, if he's got enough fuel, he can go twice. But all the other cars are coming out now, so Curtis, if he's too quick, will have a little bit of traffic ahead of him. 2 minutes left in the session. 1:30 lap times. Keezer, his banker, looking to start again. Block coming out of the pits late. I think. Oh, what's that? I think, is that Pease? Pease is round. Pease is off. Oh, he's on an outlet. Oh, but he needs to get round, and he doesn't want to be going over the grass too much, because the grass on your tyres is going to cause you hella problems coming round here. So, Curtis, I'm not really sure what's going on there. Curtis was he on a flyer? Oh, what is going on? All sorts of pandemonium. Anybody think this was Monza trying to queue up to make a start at the end of Q3. So I thought Curtis was on a flyer, so he must not have been because he's got 100% battery. He must be going again. I'm assuming he caught a bit of traffic because it was a bit busy, but yeah, let's see how the drivers get on. Wouter starting his lap. Sloth, ooh, very wide in the final corner. So whether he was trying to get the maximum amount of track, maximum amount of speed at that last turn. Curtis is going again. These are in the pits. There must have been something that went on in that session there because Teaser was about to go on a flyer but didn't. Obviously Curtis abandoned his lap and Pease was off track in fact as well, so let's wait and see what happens from the stewards. Sloth didn't change tyres. Oh no. But first to cross the line to finish their final attempt at pole here for the Japanese Grand Prix. Death Dragon looking pretty rapid. And he does improve a 1:29.3. Who's next to cross the line? Liam does improve by 2 tenths, getting himself up to provisional P5. So Xerxes next. No, Wouter, provisional pole holder. Can he improve? He does improve. Improved by a further 2 tenths, 1:28.7. Who's that next to cross the line? Cross the line next was J-Mart. 1:30.6 for J-Mart. Next, Xerxes will be crossing the line, and then we're going to have a rapid succession of cars. Xerxes does improve 4 tenths, put himself up to P8. Glock into P2, but then immediately denied by Pease. Pease reclaiming second place after Glock took it away from him, but most importantly, Wouter topping this session, getting pole position. Now, we've never seen Wouter get pole and win a race. Are we going to see it here for the first time, or has he laid down the curse by getting pole, meaning he won't win the race? But 4 tenths clear, Wouter is of Pease from this session. So phenomenal time there. Only driver into the 1:28. But Pease taking second place. Glock in third. Death Dragon fourth. Liam in fifth. Curtis in sixth. Sloth in seventh. Keezer in eighth. Xerxes in ninth. And J-Mart in 10th. So that is our wind down. Now we can go on to our full race session for Formula 4, the Japanese Grand Prix. We do 50% distance at Formula 4. Let's see how the drivers set up. Let's see how the weather will be, because now, oh, look at that. I think that's the most blue I've seen in the sky this whole session tonight. But our drivers out on the grid, setting their tyre strategies. Can't bring you the tyre deficits today. I don't know what they are, the tyre deltas. Not really sure what they are. Not really sure what the pit strategy is either. Kind of failed you there, but that's how much my co-commentator does do when we look at these sessions. So kudos to my co-commentators. Diggle. So here we go. Let's get some data up on the screen. Now, look at that. Nice spread of hard and medium tyres. Not so many people going for mediums, only 5 drivers on mediums, and most of the rest, 15 drivers. 15? No, correct, incorrect, because we've only got 18 cars on track. So, 13 of the cars on the hard tyres. So I would suspect 27 laps. We've got a hard to medium or medium to hard strategy going on tonight. 1 stop should do. No, I'll make it sound like I do know the strategy. We'll have the hard tyres on for a certain amount of laps, and then we'll have the medium tyres on for the remaining set of laps. But that is all dependent on no safety cars. Wuta looking a bit happy around that corner there. But this is only the formation lap. But I think someone didn't send that memo to Wuta or Pease because they are flying through this session, wanting to get to that start line, wanting to get this session underway. Both of them looking to gain as many points as they can. Pease in contention for the title, as we see there. Lap 12 looking to be the key point to take off them. Oh, and Pease losing it on the back corner. What's going on there? That's not what you want to be doing. But better on the formation lap than on the real lap. But Pease on the hards looking to swap to the mediums on lap 12, so that doesn't mathematically figure out. But maybe the mediums will just go further, and with them being a softer tyre and a faster tyre, might mean you only need 12 laps on the hards to get the optimum range for the mediums. But let's get this session underway. We obviously have the immersive setting on, so where you see these disqualifications, that's where people are just trying to line up to their grid spot. As you see with pillars here, parking it nicely. So we have 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. It's go, go, go for the Japanese Grand Prix. Wuta with a great start. Pillars also, Pease also not bad. Looking up on the inside as we come down to the first corner. Death Dragon gaining the position on Glock. And Wuta, Pease battling it out around turn 1. Fantastic drive there from these drivers. And a little bit of drama going on at the back by the looks on it. But relatively clean, I must say. Callum gaining 4 positions. Droftas gaining 4. All cars still on track. Bannister losing out phenomenally there. Chewy reclaiming his start position. But most importantly, he needs to stay in front of Bannister to claim that Pot 4 title tonight. But no change at the front. Wuta and Pease starting as they meant to go on. Death Dragon, 3rd place, gaining a position. Glock is dropping down the order. What's happened to Glock? Glock was tumbling down. Have we got damage on the car? I can't see anything missing for now, but yes, needing to reclaim that momentum and get going. Callum gained 5 places, Droftas 6 places. Coming down the back straight now. Pillars chasing down the Puma car of Xerxes. Straight line speed, slipstream, assisting the Marlboro driver there. Not able to get close on this occasion, but he is looking to be eyeing him up. Won't have DRS until lap 3. A couple of cars trying to show their face. Bannister making his way past J-Marts, but J-Marts in the pits, that's why. But only a second between these top 3 drivers, Wuta, Pease and Death Dragon. We're going to see one glorious battle here today, I believe. Hopefully not too many safety cars, but yes, let's go racing. Only the first 1 second gap in the order at the moment is way down into 10th, although also 6th place. But let's carry on. Walker making a position on Droftas. I'm not really sure what was going on there. Also position change behind between the 2 Castle drivers, Mikey G and Chewy. These are looking strong. Trying to use his ERS to chase down Callum. Callum with less battery to deploy. Pit strategy coming up on your screen again. Lap 12 to change to the hard tyres. Liam setting the fastest lap of the race, and Kiza again. There he is, DRS assistance enabled, but not until the next DRS point, and he just about gets the straight line speed to try and make his way past the Puma driver. Callum, fantastic driving there, very tight, and there was no margin there for making error. But Callum now under attack from Walker. Walker looking like he wants that position, and he does on the inside of the S's. Callum now under threat from Droftas. Incredibly tight racing here. Down the Degners. Well, Bannister must have pit now as well. So Bannister now 30 seconds behind most other cars other than J-Marts. But we have a right old battle developing here for 11th place. Droftas wanting to take the position from Callum. Callum trying to reclaim the position just lost to Walker. Are we going to see any position changes this lap? Again, down the start-finish straight. This time we are going to have DRS assistance. Wouter setting the fastest lap again, taking it from Liam. But Liam was on the medium tyres. Can he reclaim it? No. So here we go. DRS is open for Callum. Can he make his way down? But actually, let's have a quick look at his teammate. Not able to close that position, nor is Callum on this occasion. Chewy quite close to his teammate also, but not able to make the move. Now Bannister get DRS assistance on J-Marts, but most importantly J-Marts won't have DRS assistance, unlike most of the other trains that we see further up ahead. Oh, and he dived down the inside and he didn't get it right. Soft tyres on the JPS car of Bannister, unable to make the move properly on J-Marts, and is now 9-10 seconds down the road. So, oh, and we've got a car at Death Dragon. What happened to Death Dragon up in Spoon? Something happened which has made him drop a lot of positions. Now he's further away from his title protagonist. Has he got any damage? He's carrying on. But P's on Wouter. Coming through the S's. Droftas got Callum in the end. He's not able to make a move on Wouter just yet, but he's still awfully close. Death Dragon wanting to reclaim some positions lost. Oh, and Mikey G making his way past Callum. Callum has been losing quite a few positions. I wonder if he's got any damage from the start of this race, because he doesn't seem to be keeping hold of these positions very well. And Walker's up on the inside of the hairpin. They do touch, they do rub, but Walker does eventually get past Kiza, but Kiza is not giving up. He's staying up on the inside, coming up 200R. And side by side coming, nearly losing it there on the inside. You don't want to lose it on the inside because you will wipe out your rival on the outside. And Kiza keeping that position, but Walker looking to reclaim it if he can. Oh, side by side through 130R. That's something that you don't want to see happen very often. Well, you want to see it happen all the time, but you just worry that that flat out top speed It's going to be difficult to handle going around there, but can Kiza reclaim that position? DRS assistance and ERS. Oh, and Walker's trying to close him off. Fantastic racing from these two. Look at that. Side by side through the S's. Oh, but Walker's cut off Kiza. Fantastic racing. Fantastic racing. Xerxes up 2 places in this Grand Prix. Now looking to gain another from Glock. Good evening, Housie. On the comments, how are you doing? I'm flying solo tonight. I'm trying to bring the excitement. What else do we have on track? Do we Mikey G in a train following Droftas and Kiza. Oh, we got a yellow flag. What's the yellow flag for? Oh, is that further down? J Marts, I think, lost. I think we've seen him go backwards underneath that bridge earlier, so maybe that was a similar mistake from before, but that meant Bannister was able to take the position from him. But Death Dragon making his way past his teammate Pillars, which will be very important for the championship battle. Gogs also making his way past Callum losing out on yet another position, but awfully close to the back of Chewy as well. Still, battle carrying on at the front. Wouter MPs. Wouter leading this race. He led every single qualifying session. He got pole and he's still leading the race, but it's not by much. DRS assistance keeping Peas in it, but what's that? Peas has used his battery. Peas using his battery to try and keep within a second of Wouter. Wouter with a bit more battery. Howsy, you want me to try help? That's entirely up to you, mate. But I'm flying solo. I'm down with it for now. And I think the viewers are enjoying it as far as I can tell. Nobody's message to complain so far. So let's carry on. Gogs, DRS assistance, chasing down Chewy. Is he able to get the move done? What a really pants camera view. But actually, yes, you can see Chewy in the background there. Gog's able to take that position for the reserve cars. Block chasing Curtis. The two John Player special cars high up in the points, 5th and 6th currently. You see the gap growing at the front ever so slightly. P's now 8/10 behind Wouter. Is this going to be the day we see Wouter get pole and win a race? Suicide 5. Mine's in the mail, Bloom. Talking about a complaint. Thanks very much. Thanks for your support. Not only am I trying to do this on my own, the wife's out tonight, so it's just trying to fend off the dog and the kids. You probably heard the dog a couple of times as Glock makes his way past Curtis. That's a very choreographed team orders play there. But Glock taking 5th place. But that has opened the door. Xerxes was just teetering in and out of the DRS time there, so And we've got a yellow flag. Well, Keyser is off. Keyser dropping right down to 16th from whatever happened there. Whether it was a mistake or a collision, I don't know. And it looks like I won't be alone for long. Howsy, be there in a mo. So dragging in support from the Twitch stream. But Curtis staying within 1 second of Glock, but also staying within 1 second is Xerxes just behind. Liam joining the battle at the front. He's in DRS detection of Pease. He's just teetering outside of it. He's really he's nearly depleted his entire battery, trying to keep this fight going. 10 laps in now, a couple laps later, we're going to start seeing a lot of pits going on. Let's just now change to our tyres as we see the spread there. Bannister very recently pitting. I think that's Bannister further up the field. Yeah, Bannister not having a good day here. Callum making his way past Keyser. But who will get DRS? Keyser gets DRS. Callum, I think, making that move way too early because Keyser just reclaiming that position straight back before turn 1 using DRS assistance. Callum trying to fight it back as much as he can now, coming round the S sections. But where are we going to see the battles? We've got Walker bringing the fight to pillars. Curtis still trailing Glock. But we know we've seen this quite a few times. Curtis happy to be in the slipstream of his teammate. Glock obviously pot 1 driver, Curtis pot 2, and Curtis currently 3rd in the driver's title. 43 points behind Pease, so still well in contention of the championship. Pease picking up the fastest lap, and he's really bringing the time down now. Evening. Right, I will just go through the settings now and enable the audio so you can all hear Howsy. Howsy joining us now in the session. So, how are you doing, Howsy?
Yeah, I'm all good, mate. I'm all good. Seeing you're in a bit of need, so I thought I'd do my best and try and step in here. So we're a bit backwards. We're going forwards because we're all I've got is the stream feed. So I'm going to be about, I'd say, 20-30 seconds behind you. So I'm just going to chip in the background. You're doing a stunning job, so I'll let you roll with it. I'll chip in as and when you can.
No worries. Thank you very much for joining me. And yes, as he says, a bit of delay on his feed, but we'll see how we can get on. Already getting the support in the chat. Suicide 5, that voice, I'm drooling. We've got a fan. Got a Howsy fanboy in the chat. Right, let's see, where can we go? We've got Pease still chasing down Wouter, but Pease with not much battery. And in fact, I think Wouter this time is a little bit further away, but might be getting DRS assistance off the back marker of Bannister up in front soon enough. But we do have a battle developing for 5th place. Curtis still following Glock, but most importantly, Xerxes still in that DRS assistance of Curtis.
Starting to darken up a little bit. I don't know if you've had any weather updates, or maybe I've missed that while trying to get the kids to bed, but looking a little bit overcast now.
Yeah, I could see a little bit of blue at the start of the session. We did have a wet Q1, but then we was on slicks for Q2 and Q3. Mikey G having left the session. Mikey G! Mikey G!
Come on, Mikey G! Reload!
But yes, you are right. Looking at them clouds, it's getting more overcast. And I haven't had a weather update, but we're on lap 12. We should start to see some pit stops coming in.
Well, that was where I was going with that feed. You read my mind. That's why I asked the question, just to see whether these boys are going to be extending if they know the rain is coming, or whether we're just going to be a straight up dry race and they can pit as and when they would have desired to from the get-go.
Well, yes, as you say, if we're going to see rain this session and the drivers know about it, that might explain why there was quite a few on the ultimate strategy taking the hard tyres first, thinking that if they could extend to the rain, that would suit. And in fact, Liam is in the pits. Liam pulling the trigger first, so he's taking his mediums off and going on to hards.
That's interesting to see them. We'll keep an eye on it, keep our eyes peeled for any of those rain spots hitting the camera lenses. As you said, might just be the way. I did think it was strange when I tuned in straight away and you were like, he's starting on hards, and I'm like, okay. So, yeah, we'll see.
Where we're going to see these cars coming out. Death Dragon looking like he might be in a bit of free space there. Callum just making his way past him now. Death Dragon down into 14th after that stop, but as we say, one of the first few to pull the trigger for the pits.
Liam, yeah, who was the first, obviously, come back out in 10th place there, so just about holding the top 10 position. But Chewy about 4.7 seconds back, so he's got a bit of free air behind him. Obviously, the Newportonian up in front of him there in 9th, so we'll see, keep an eye on his pace over the coming laps, see whether he indeed can put those fresh hards to use against these 12 lap old hards in front of him.
Yeah, and we'll see as well, because Wouter and Pease still out there on their hard tyres, obviously on the alternate strategy, but Liam was in 3rd place as he pit. So is the undercut going to be quite strong here, going on the primary strategy, mediums to hards? Walker picking up fastest lap of the race, but Walker on 13 lap old hards. So fantastic draft fit from the Samsung driver.
Yeah, nice job. Nice job indeed.
Chewy hitting, and with Bannister's unfortunate luck this session, it's looking highly likely that Chewy will finish more than 2 positions in front, and that's all he needs to seal the Pot 4 championship tonight.
I think, just going off the top of my nut, I think Bopton might have secured Pot 4 championship on the Australian side earlier on in their session, so wait for the Pot 4s.
Yes, not quite like last season, where the Pot 4 battle came down to the last lap of the race, and personally I think the runner-up kind of did an absolutely fantastic job trying to keep that battle alive all season long.
Most places gained, mate. Most places gained, I heard.
Just weren't first place in that race, which meant I didn't win my title. But never mind. Anyway, I'm not bitter at all. I don't bring it up most races. Honest.
Once a driver, always a driver.
Yes, but this game I don't seem to have the pace anywhere near like these guys, but I can see 2 dots quite close together on the track map, and that is Death Dragon and Callum. Death Dragon on fresh rubber, making ease of the move around the Puma driver there. But the Puma driver not giving up lightly, to be fair, because he was right on the back of him going around 130R there.
Teammate ever confirming it in the chat. Bopton did take out that top 4 for the Australian side earlier, so congratulations out to Bopton. Changed form of this season, been very, very competitive as of what I've seen and heard. So very impressive from the Bopton, and taking that Pot 4 title. No mean feat in this league, no mean feat. So big up Bopton.
I think that's what makes this league, certainly for the drivers, because myself being a Pot 4 driver, last season, but it really did kind of kill the fight when you've been in other leagues and 13th place gets you no points. You're not really fighting for anything. It kind of makes you question why you turn up every week. But yeah, the pot four, but the pot battles in this season, this league, really making it interesting for the drivers. And as you say, congratulations to Bopton there for getting the pot four for the Australian division. And yeah, Suicide 5 there as well, saying the boys driving well, no major dramas as of yet. Hopefully it rains and see some action. Not yet seen any raindrops, but we're down seeing a lot of pit action going on.
Yeah, well, we got lap 15. It's starting lap 16, so a few extra laps for some of those lads over those medium runners. Let's keep an eye on where Liam's got to then. So he's up to 5th at the moment.
Yeah. Water's coming out.
Still got guys. Yeah, still got the guys in front of him for pit though, hasn't he? To be fair, look at where Liam is.
Yeah. Yeah, he's the highest runner of the currently pitted.
Yeah, to be fair, once re-pitted, he should take over the lead of this one. Actually, he's got 12. No, hang on a minute. He jumped the gun too quickly. No, I jumped the gun too early. Sloth's gaps were too big. That'd be 24, 25.
Yeah, it's 25 seconds to Wooter.
It's getting close. Look,
yeah,
the lads in the front don't have that much time to make a decision yet.
He's on the cusp, but we will find out very quickly actually, because that is Wooter and Pease in the pits. Both of them pitting, same lap.
What a Sloth and Glock do. Sloth's in 2. So's Glock. So front 4 all coming. Let's see how close Liam can get to them.
Liam coming down.
Is he going to be in front? He's going to be in front of Glock and Sloth, is he? Have they left the box? Can't see from this angle. Yep, he's got Sloth and Glock then. So back up into 3rd place for Liam, where he was before. Now got the runners around him though on those medium tyres. 10 laps to go. May it have been the wrong call.
Well, I think considering his position, 3rd is a fantastic drive for Liam. And as long as he can keep this pace going, but as you say, it's 4 lap older tyres than the rest and a harder compound.
Yeah, it's only got a fade off for him, you'd think. So, maybe that hard starting tyre. I'm trying to get ribbed for by my legendary co-commentator, Mr. Seamy's Gate. Is actually going to work this time.
Yes. But like you say, it was your first impression as soon as you heard that Pease was on the hard tyres, you made you think that it was going to rain. But yeah, purple sectors already coming in for the top 2.
He's now obviously only 0.7-ish back from the back of Wooter. He's got a push now. 10 laps to go. Obviously fresh tyres, both of them. Is he going to play this one smart, Pease? Is he going to wait to the end? Or is he going to close that gap up now?
Yeah, because that's another important point to make. Wooter, having led every lap, he led every qualifying session, but Wooter has never won from pole.
He could be the first. There's always a first time for everything, as they say.
Yes.
But Pease isn't letting him go. He's sitting consistently there within that half a second over the course of this lap so far.
Yeah, and Wooter's used a bit more battery this time, and Pease has reclaimed some battery back. Because we did see earlier in the session that Pease had used a lot of his battery, which is rather unlike him. Because both Wooter and Pease seem to not really use much of the battery.
Pills and DJ are about to go at it if you want to flick down and have a look. Down over 10th and 11th place.
Just as I was flicking down, Keezer sideways, so all Marlborough cars are right next to each other. But that did open the door for fellas to get past Death Dragon.
Yeah, just see him creeping up on him. So it's a good battle here, actually. DJ, from what I've again seen and heard this season, having a great season. DJ! The Monaco hero.
5
proving
points
his worth.
off the title so far.
Stunning drive from DJ, but, you know, as I think one of the sessions a couple of weeks back where I jumped in, see what you boys were up to, and you was mentioning the fact that, you know, the only driver to have turned up for every single race and finished every single race, DJ being that man.
Yes. And
Mr. Consistency.
To have made Q3 every single session so far.
Yep, like I said, as I came back in that little conversation we were having, he was one of two to take part in every single race and finish every single race last season too. The Newportonian being the other one. But so yes, 2 fantastic committed seasons from DJ. Shows you the class of the man.
Yeah. Consistency is key with league racing, and I think that's why Chewy is going to wrap, or more than likely wrap up the Top 4 battle tonight, and he was sitting 3rd or 4th a few weeks this season.
Again, good that he's got a you know, been able to take full advantage of that full-time seat this season and bring it home.
Oh, and we've missed P's getting past Walter.
We have. Off on memory lane there. So yes, that was why I was kind of asking that question. So I just had a feeling that Pease might try and push at this point in time, see whether he could break him. And that is exactly what it looks like as Pease is trying to do.
But Walter ain't giving up that fight very easy. P's having used a bit more battery again. But as we all know, you know, all that it comes down to is the final lap, the final crossing of the line. Wouter led most of the laps here so far this session, led every qualifying session, but not currently leading this lap, but all to play for still. 8 laps left to go.
Yep, obviously, as you said, down to the last corner. If you don't believe us, go check out Monza, what was it, season 2? Thought it was all wrapped up till, and then getting his puncher.
Yeah, I've got a puncher!
Oh no! Me in the background going, what the f is he doing?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Classic
Amazing
Formula
video
4 goal.
there on that as well.
Yes, shout out to the graphics god. Currently in 8th place then. Again, this gap between Pease and Wouter, this is going to look like it's going to go down to, as you were saying, alluding to there, last lap, maybe last corner, this section here, through the last chicane. So many races decided at that corner over the years.
Yeah, and the championship decided in real life there as well. This
1 or
weekend.
2, I think, yeah. And obviously, there again this weekend. Let's not get on to this weekend, because I'll get on my soapbox and I don't want to.
But Curtis still doing a grand job for John Player Special, following the slipstream of Glock.
He's closing in actually over the last couple of laps, just gaining a 10th or 2 a lap perhaps. Glock just managed to pull it out a little bit here in the first sector.
But that brings us nicely actually on to who is going to be your driver of the day vote. So I think I'm probably going to have to chuck Liam up there, because what a fantastic drive Liam has been doing to get in and maintain that position he's in.
Yep, still been able to hold suit there over the last few laps, hasn't he? Got a 6-second gap back to Sloth, 6.5 seconds, so doing alright at the moment. Obviously the 3 guys with penalties at the moment, them being Curtis, Kaiser and Callum. Here we go then with the positions changed graph for you. So you can see there, Walker up 9 spots. Probably got to be in with a shout of driver of the day too, just on that alone. After we got big movers, dropped us up 6 spots from the new Bortonian, although the new Bortonian won't want it anyway. So he doesn't like the accolades, does he? Our
No,
resident
but we could, on the same merit, throw Gogs in there, reserve driver. I've raced with Gogs for many years, and yeah, doing a great show today for his drive. Oh,
we have to let Shields in the box at the moment. Oh, hang on, who's that? Kaiser in the box. Is that damage? No, just a set of tyres.
That was quite late for that change, isn't it? But yeah. Right, where are we? Pillars has had a fair drive, to be fair, as well. This session. Certainly bringing us a battle between him and Death Dragon, and he's got 2 seconds clear of Death Dragon as well.
Yep, managed to make that pass obviously a few laps ago, as we saw. And yep, as you're saying, managing to pull out the gap on DJ, which, as we were saying, with DJ driving this season, is no easy feat. So yep, in with a shout, up 4 spots, still having a solid drive there from Pills.
And I think just for the fact of he could be taking the Hot 4 title today, I'm going to throw Chewy in there.
Valid reason. So the gap coming down actually at the front here. Well, it was just a minute ago. Peas and Woot are still going at it. Lap 23 or 27. Still anybody's game at the front. Liam seems to be holding that gap in 3rd as well.
Yeah, Liam definitely doing a stellar drive here today. Only 2 places gained, but that can't take any merit away from the effort it was to even be within 3 seconds of Peas or Wooter.
Yeah, obviously, as we know, it's harder to gain those spots in and around those front runners. So yeah, sterling job. Sloppy doing a solid job in 4th as well, up 3 spots. A quick shout out to Sloth. Curtis then, yeah, seems to have stalled a little bit on the Glock. I don't know whether he's just going to sit and play teammate game now. Zerk's dropped a place then, so that's Pillars up us another spot. I don't know whether that was a mistake there from Zerks or whether that was just a pass from Pills. Caught it a little bit late.
Xerxes keeping on him though, and trying to break the toe as well. Pillars trying to move out of the way so he doesn't have the slipstream. Xerxes.
It's enough for a move up into the chicane then. What's the exit's like? A little bit squirrely from Hills. And now Zerk starts taking advantage of this slipstream in the DRS. He can look at how he gains. Past Pills on the outside then, down into turn 1. Excellent move from Zerks. Back up into P8 for him then. This one's going to go to the end too, I have a suspicion. Too close
to Gogs as well.
Yeah, just spotted myself. See that front straight, bringing the times closer at that point. The DRS and the slipstream, easy to close in that time.
Let's flip back to Peas and Wooter as they're about to bring us on to lap 25. About the same battery deployment between the pair of them. Wooter bringing it down towards turn 1, not able to make a move, not enough straight line speed even with DRS assistance, but Wooter low on battery this time now. I mean, it's great when we can see two drivers or more having race-long battles. I don't think there's been a moment when these two have been more than 2 seconds away from each other.
Well, I'm sure Pease is enjoying the competition this season, to be honest with you. I mean, such a standout season last season, obviously dominant. Oh, who was that? Was that someone going round?
Yeah,
it was.
Chewy's round.
He's gaining on Gogs as well.
Oh, I'm looking at Mikey G, but I think he's still disconnected.
Yep, goes to the car. Just one to note for the stewards, obviously disconnects from fairly early on, that was.
Yeah. Yeah, so without him rejoining, he'll be discounted from the final standings.
Yeah. I'll have to jump obviously one. We'll have a little shout out to Bannister. Bannister then 18th in the last of the runners at the moment as we start the penultimate lap. 31 seconds behind J Marks, but he's hanging in there. Keep going. The spirit we like to see here at Formula 4. Obviously, points for everyone. All you got to do is get that car across the line. Bannister sticking with it down there, so shout out to Bannister.
Good shout there, mate. To be fair, it is tough when you have a bit of a merit race, especially near the start, and then, like you say, you've got to drag it round for the rest of the laps.
Well, that's the problem with this side of the league. Obviously, it's very, very, very clean. You know, at the end of the day, there's not. I don't know whether this is statistically correct, but I'm just going to put it out there anyway. But there doesn't seem to be as much safety cars in this league, in this division, as perhaps other leagues or other divisions. Just the cleanliness is obviously on point from this lot. So if you do make those mistakes in the early laps, or you have an incident, it is very, very difficult to recover and win ahead. It's easily going down, but sticking in there is what we like
I'm going to have to cut in. Wooter is having a look on the side of Pease, putting pressure on Pease as we come into the final chicane.
What a move!
Now just to rub salt into the wound, Wooter has taken first place. Neck and neck, but Wooter's got DRS assistance.
Look at this! Side by side down into turn one. Pease isn't giving this one up. Wooter not giving this one up. They're still at it.
But Wooter has taken the position.
He's having a drop in then. Was this Wooter's plan all along? We do have a yellow in sector 3.
We do, but as you say, final lap.
As final lap, saving the tyres.
Wooter takes the lead.
What did you say earlier? Could come down to the final lap. It has come down to the final lap. Great call there from man.
It's still all to play for. Chewy losing a position there to Keyser. But we're going to have to do... Sorry, go on.
Keyser's got a penalty, so it doesn't matter.
I think Keyser dropped it then as well, because he's dropped right down. But final sector now. We've got Wooter currently in the lead. He's second place.
To pull out 0.4, so Wooter's got the pace here. I'm not sure if Pease has got any other answer for him. Will he try it? I don't think he's close enough. He's not.
Wooter led every qualifying session, got pole, and now he's finally got his first pole and win in the bag here for the Japanese Grand Prix for Formula 4, and what a fantastic show that's been between Wooter and Pease all race long.
Yeah, great driving from the lads as always. Liam then crosses the finish line in third. Great drive from him. Sloth takes fourth. Block will be across the line in fifth. Curtis will be across the line in sixth. He has got a penalty. So does Walker behind him. We'll see whether those two change. And it'll be Xerxes along next from Pills. Curtis Walker then stay where they are. Here comes Xerxes. Taking the final corner. Solid 8th place from him today. Here comes Pills. Over the line in 9th. DJ takes 10th. And Boltonian is going to cross the line in 11th with the penalty. He's got a big gap to Gogs though, so he's sure he's going to be fine. Gogs then the reserve for this evening, doing a stellar job. Brings it home, up 5 places in 12th. Good solid job. Congratulations to you. Proud of that one. Here comes Chewy then, across the line in 13th. Mikey G, the missing Mikey G in the 14th then. Kaiser over the line in 15th. Callum should take the line. 16th. Bannister's already taken the flag and will finish 18th.
Yeah, a good point to note as well, Draftass in the chat. Pillars has got 10 seconds added onto his time for this race, and Walker 5 seconds for licence points. But I think that does confirm Chewy as the Pot 4 champion. Is unable to be beat. Oh no, I am not correct there because. Oh no, wait, hang on. Let's just wait for a second. Mikey is 43 points behind him. So if Chewy got 7 points this race, then that means he has got the title. So let's wait and see.
I'm sure Droft will be in to tell you in a minute. He's great with his quick maps. Unfortunately, I don't
Chewy
know
scored 8. That's it. Confirmed. Pot 4 champ. Chewy Racing is our Pot 4 champion for Season 4 for Formula 4. And not just that, for good measure, got Driver of the Day as well. But we are looking at our podium now with Wouter on the top step. His first pole to victory win. Pease very close second, battling it all race long, and Liam in the reserve car doing a fantastic drive there to take 3rd place. So we will have to have a little jig of the final standings because of them licence points penalties being applied. Pillars 10 seconds and Walker 5 seconds.
Yeah, there was some bigger gaps towards the tail end of the field. So,
Hey, why have I not got my final screen?
I can't help you with that one. I'd just blame Cody's probably.
Yeah, I was waiting for the final table, but it didn't come up. Never mind. As you say, Cody's. Yeah.
Nothing changes.
So we will just go now to our driver interview room. Please bear with us a couple of minutes whilst we get the drivers in for a interview. Welcome everybody to the driver interview room, and we've got with us our third place finisher, Liam. How was that race for you?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad at all. The second stint was a little bit lonely. I didn't really have too much to do, just keep it on the track. But yeah, it was a good race.
Yeah, I think you qualified fifth, correct?
Yeah, I did. I thought that was the maximum that I could do, looking at what the top four did in Q2. So yeah, I was happy with the lap.
I think you've done a grand job there, because you certainly held your own at the start. You was on the softer compound, but you maintained that third place, and I just think you made the early call for the hard tyres, lap 12, and then just managed to keep hold of your net third as the race went on.
Yeah, I noticed it was quite hard to pull away from Sloth during the first stint when he was on the harder tyre. So I thought I'd stand a chance, like when the pit stops come. And luckily, like with the undercut, I managed to pull like another 4 seconds out. So it was just about maintaining that gap.
No, it's a fantastic drive. You got an overall 5 places gained this season, so plus the 2 there, you're on 7 places gained. Best finish was 4th, so today, 3rd place, that is your best finish this season. So congratulations on that, and yeah, I suspect the question is, are you going to be here next season for a full-time seat?
I think it's starting to lean that way if it does happen.
Yeah, we're seeing it more and more, and yeah, when we see you, you're up there, to be fair.
Yeah, sometimes it's track dependent. I think I've been quite lucky where a few of the tracks are like one of my strongest ones. But yeah, no, it's going well. It's always nice to race with people that are absolutely rapid, and yeah, just seeing the delta sometimes is a little bit frustrating when you see P's and we're like pulling away. But yeah, you just got to admire how consistent they are as well.
Anything to add, Housie?
No, just great attitude there, and yeah, my congratulations to you on a solid drive there. Like I said, not easy to keep Sloth from closing you down, which you managed to do. Good solid pace, no matter whether it was the medium or the hard. So yeah, regardless of obviously being dreaded of that delta to those boys ahead, hey, you did a consistent, solid job there to take P3, and a well-deserved one it is too.
Nice one, thank you.
All right, buddy.
Congratulations, best finish for Formula 4. But we move now to our second place finisher, which I wasn't sure which way it was going to go at some point. But Pease takes the second place for the Japanese Grand Prix. How was that for you?
It was fun. It was chaotic. Sorry, I sound a bit, I don't know, bunged up. Yeah, but yeah, no, it was fun. It was. I messed up on the second to last lap and let him have it because I locked up. But yeah, it was a good little fight.
Yeah, we kind of missed a little bit on how the lead got changed at one point, but we seen Wouter was leading for most of it. You managed to take that lead from him, and then yeah, second to last lap, as you say, Wouter managed to gain it from you and just keep it for that last lap.
Yeah, it was that moment where the move pays off and it doesn't. And I thought it was going to do something different. I ended up straight lining at the chicane practically, or halfway anyway. But yeah, that was a good fight. Can't complain.
Pease, was it? Go on.
Managed to clear a good little gap between you and Death Dragon now. So you was 5 points clear. You'll be a few more points clear now. Only 50 points left to grab. How are you feeling for the last 2 races?
I'm feeling good. Just got to go into it, have fun, you know.
Congratulations on your second place. Anything to add, Housie?
Well, I was just going to ask Pease, actually. Pease, was that actually always the intention there after the stop? Because obviously once you put the mediums on there, you really had a good push for the lead. Was that always your intention, your like set out plan to have a push at that point? Or was it just the way it seemed to go? You just seemed to have the pace?
Oh yeah, no, that's just the way it went. The first thing I did have the pace. I made a mistake which put me in the gravel for a bit, so I had to burn all my battery, just to get back into Valter's DRS, and from then I was just clinging, so I didn't really have the pace in the first stint. But the second one I got a bit closer, so I was able to sit back, get a bit of battery, and actually go for it.
Yeah, as always, smart driving, and great drive from you again today, as always, Mr. Pease. Pleasure to watch. So congratulations on your P2.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, congratulations, Pease. And we don't have our first place finisher in the room, Wooter, but he was able to convert his first pole to win this season. But then our driver of the day went to our now Pot 4 champion, Chewy, which we can confirm is the case. Just Mikey wasn't here to fight the battle today, and Bannister had a bit of a mare of a race. But yes, congratulations to Chewy for the Pot 4 championship.
Yep, day of the Pot 4 champions. Congratulations to both Chewy and Bopton.
Yes, so 2 weeks left of Formula 4 Season 4, where we are over in the States. Next week, we are in Miami, and then for the season finale, we will be in the Circuit of Americas. So join us next week, and thank you again to Halsey for jumping in on my solo session tonight and helping me out there. Much appreciated.
As always, a pleasure.
Thank you all, and good night.
Good night.